Greetings, BlazeLeeDragon here, and I have another video response for you. I've got a request from DarkCatBurn, and if I say your name cheesy, drawing it out, I'm sorry. I just am in one of those moods. So DarkCatBurn asks me, dang it, LOL, anyways, I have a question. Do you believe in the existence of vampires? I heard you mention them. Well, she's referring to my video about Black Wolf Spellsane, which I know he told me how to say it a few minutes ago and I still messed it up. Black Wolf the Insane. Aha! Black Wolf the Insane. Oh, that's an I! Ha! That's why. I thought it was a T-H-E-L. So anyway, Black Wolf the Insane asked me about Dark Druids and I responded, so I have a response out there for that. And it looks like on there, DarkCatBurn asked me, you know, hey, do you believe in vampires things? Because I mentioned them among other creatures. So, let's talk about vampires. First and foremost, yes, vampires are real. Now, for those of you going, what? Let me explain what a vampire is. Actually, let's be fun and Google the definition of vampire. Because I've got some books, I've got some history, and then I've got all that Hollywood crap. That's right, Hollywood crap. Vampires aren't what you think they are. Hollywood vampires don't exist. Fictitious. However, everything is based on reality in one form or another, so let's go over some of that. So vampire, let's go to Webster's. I don't like Webster's, especially a lot of their spiritual definitions. Let's see, Webster's definition for vampire. The reanimated body of a dead person believed to come from the grave at night and suck the blood of persons asleep. Crap! One who lives by preying on others. Ooh. A woman who exploits the ruins her lover. Oh, I'm sorry, who exploits and ruins her lover. And the third one just says about a vampire bat. So yeah, so sort of not. So let's talk about it. Vampire. Like the second definition was saying, this is true. Vampires are creatures that feed off of other creatures. Now, usually vampire, to use that term, is associated with vampirism. Vampirism has got its history in multitude of things, whether it be like insects like mosquitoes, humans drinking blood, or whether it be a lifestyle or a blood fetish. There's a couple ways of going about it. So let's talk about the main types of vampires there are. You've got your vampires who do it as a style. That's how they dress. They like it. They have fake fangs, they put in the implants, whatever the case may be. I've got fake fangs, they're fun. I don't consider myself a vampire. You have your psi, P-S-I, psi or psionic or psychic vampire. The psionic vampire feeds off of mental energies and vital life forces. Those of you familiar with chi or ki, different martial arts life vital energies, I mean that's one way of calling it. These psionic vampires will siphon them out of people. I have met individuals who can actually siphon people to the point of getting them sick. There is theories that people can drain someone enough of their vital energies to kill them. Never seen it, never heard of it. I've heard rumors of it, but I've never actually heard it actually happening. So there's that. There's also a different type of psychic vampire, which is the spirit of a departed person who is preying on the vital energies. So there are vampiric parasites out there in the astral world, but I don't want to get into that too much right now. The third one is the sanguitarian. I might be pronouncing it wrong. Sang for short. And basically these are human blood drinkers. And I don't mean the ones with the blood fetish. I don't mean the ones that, oh, I've got some blood on my tongue because I did a little paper cut and I'm licking the blood. No, no, no. I'm talking about drinking blood. The average human will actually vomit after a tablespoon of human blood. However, vampires can actually drink, you know, 5 or 6 tablespoons. It depends on the vampire you talk to. One of the most famous ones out there is Don Henry. I'm sure you've, hey, YouTube him, you know. I might put a link at the bottom or something, I don't know. But Don Henry is an actual vampire, part of a vampire community. Some of those individuals just like to dress the part. Some of them actually drink blood. Now, they don't bite people to get the blood from them. That is messy, it is infectious, etc. A lot of these vampires, the sanguitarian, will actually screen their donors because they have someone donate blood to them, make sure they're free of infection. Then they will use a syringe and actually draw it into a vial and then drink it that way. It is more sanitary, it is safer, and like I said, they screen their donors. Blood drinking is a type of cannibalism, in a sense. So yes, it's been practiced for years. There's been a lot of power that people have gotten through blood. Now, going back into history and stuff like that, you've had your Sang around for quite a while. Psychic vampires have been around as long as man's been alive. And you have all these myths and legends surrounding it. There is the belief, and some of the Sang will claim that they live longer, they are less susceptible to illness and disease, and that they are more vital and full of life because of consuming human blood. The psychic vampires have made similar claims, just not as many as the Sang have, or at least that I've heard. This is not talk for all Sanguitarian out there. This is just from what I've heard. Also, there was an illness, and I don't remember the name of it offhand, you can Google it, but there was an illness that causes an iron deficiency. Okay, the person would be extremely pale, sensitive to light with their eyes as well as their skin, and if they were out in, sun for a couple hours, they would get sunburnt. I'm not talking about turning to ash like the Hollywood would have you believe. And these individuals could drink blood and get iron from people who did not have the disease. This was also another form of vampirism. Then you have your blood fetish people who just like the taste of blood and dressing the part. So, if you look back into history, most of the vampires out there were evil or demonic or creatures from hell. The whole romantic vampire started with Anne Rice. Well, not just Anne Rice, but she was one of the beginning ones that introduced the vampire as a sexual being, and not just these, demonic creatures who killed people and drank up all their blood. And then, of course, you've got stuff like True Blood and Twilight, and you got all this other stuff coming out that, romanticize the vampire, but that's movie Hollywood stuff, okay? That's not real. That's movies. There are real vampires, and they exist both physically as well as astrally. Some of them are chosen, some of them are born that way. There's a very large variety. So to keep this video from being multiple hours, do some research, but this at least answers some of your question. Look for some links at the bottom. If you have a little bit more questions about them, feel free to ask. I would like to recommend some reading to you. The best book that I have on vampires, which I've only skimmed it, but this author, actually, one of my Facebook friends, which I haven't talked to that much. Anyway, his name is Constantinius, and I admire a lot of his work. It's a lot of no bullshit work, it's straight to the point, and it's called Vampires, the Occult Truth. So I don't know if this is bright enough for you to see or not. If you can see that, awesome. If you can't see it, I'm sorry. But it's called Vampires, the Occult Truth. Here, I'll just turn it. It'll make it easier like this. We'll get the screen behind it to put some light onto it. And that's one of the recommended readings. The other one that I have for you, which I've not read yet, but it looks interesting, is the Vampire book, which is right here. And that's by Melton. Huge book, The Encyclopedia of the Undead. Never read it, don't know if it's good. It was gifted to me and sitting here in my little personal library. So yeah, that's vampires and vampirism in a nutshell. And believe what you want. As always, I accept donations. I'm going to put a link below so you can click on it if you would like to donate anything to say, hey, thank you for your time, let me pay for your internet, things like that. Let me pay for, your studies to continue to teach us cool stuff online, or just because you feel like it. And then, of course, I'll try to look up some links on Don Henry, which you can look up on him. Like I was saying, he's one of those real vampires, and then maybe I'll put up Vampires, the Occult book, places you can buy it and stuff. The Occult Truth. So, yeah. Blessings. BlazeLeeDragon out. Talk to you later.